Hi guys, welcome to another 2-minute devotion with Dad. We're in Mark 3, and just something that jumped out at me today as I was reading, not really jumped out for the first time, but something I've always wondered about, and just wanted to go through it today. So Jesus is calling the 12 disciples, and there's two particular names or phrases that I've always been curious about, and they should probably, one of them's obvious, the sons of thunder. James and John, sons of Zebedee, but Jesus nicknamed them the sons of thunder. Now there is an asterisk here. Greek, whom he named Boanerges, or Boanerges, which means sons of thunder. So where did this phrase come from? So it's something that here, where is it? But Jesus named them sons of thunder. This nickname probably speaks of their character, and the only thing we have to go of is Luke 9:53-54. Let's go to this one quickly, and let's have a look. Luke chapter 9, verse 53-54. But the village of the people of the village, did not welcome Jesus because he was on his way to Jerusalem. When James and John saw this, they said to Jesus, "Lord, should we call down fire from heaven to burn them up?" Dear. And then the asterisk says, as Elijah did, because Elijah was known to call fire down from heaven and burn people up. So my theory, and it's probably well known, I don't know, is that this was written after the fact, of course. When Jesus did this, it happened live, but I don't think necessarily that Jesus called them the sons of thunder upon calling them to be his disciples. I think this name was generated over time, kind of like the way Judas Iscariot was known for his betrayal. The name Iscariot, or Judas in particular, was associated with that act. I think possibly the sons of thunder could have been referring back to that Luke, because that's the only time it's mentioned, to get this name here. So that's a pretty cool, just something just to know, I guess. And sometimes that's what these Devos are all about. It's just a word study, just to know where we're going. And then we have here Simon the Zealot. Now this one has got me for years, because the Greek, the Canaanian, an Aramaic term for Jewish nationalists. So something that I wanted to show you, which is pretty cool. So we got Judas, no, not Judas, here. Verse 18, and Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus, and Simon the Canaanite. So when we go into the Canaanite, it literally means the Canaanite from Canaan. And so one thing that struck me here, as soon as I saw Canaanite, I remembered the story about the Canaanite woman. So let's go and do that quickly. So that's in Matthew chapter 15. And we have the faith of the Gentile woman. This is where it gets interesting. So I don't have to read the whole thing, but it's basically the lady is coming up to say, hey, my daughter's possessed. Jesus says, I'm not going to give my food to the dogs. And she keeps begging. And then she says, yes, but even the dogs are allowed to eat scraps that fall from beneath the master's table. And Jesus says, dear woman, your faith is great. Your request is granted. And it's that story. And that's way up here in Tyre and Sidon. But interestingly, the verse 22, the Gentile woman was a Canaanite. So it just makes me wonder if Simon the Zealot, who was in this group, actually was in the same, in the same category, a Gentile. and someone who's from the area. So technically, Jesus had a hypothetical dog in his midst as one of his groups. And it's just very interesting because Jesus is demonstrating, I don't want to use the word inclusivity here, because that in today's day and age creates or brings up the stigma of other issues. But he was definitely, he had an entire range of people now, right from, like fishermen, the tax collector, now he's got a Gentile Canaanite amongst him. And so he's definitely getting a rogue mob together to be his disciples. And it just shows the power, the transforming power of Jesus' ministry and life in the disciples themselves, for them to become instruments of change in society. And so it's just something I wanted to bring to light, that sort of jumped out at me today. There's amazing information hidden behind these names when we go into it, and I think it's a pretty cool discovery there. So that's all I wanted to sort of share with you this morning, and just let you know that if you feel like an odd one out, you're probably cut out for ministry. If you're feeling like you don't fit or belong, or who am I to, like, I don't feel like I'm amongst these people. Like, these must have been a bunch of misfits in his group. In order to, when you go into their backstories, I think it'd be great to do a backstory behind each of these people, just to find out where they came from, a bit more information. I'm sure there's more on them, and it's just a really cool just discovery to learn. But anyway, it's another time for another time. Bless you guys. You have a great day, and I'll catch you the next one. Bye.